All right. Going live. Live and direct. We are live. Grrr! Greetings, humans. Greetings. And welcome back to another fun-filled episode. Bear here. 29-year veteran of the woods. That's where bears live. Finally, we are live and direct. The show must and will go on. Much like Celine Dion playing her music in New Zealand with, what was it? Like loudspeakers on the cars or something? Something crazy like that. It will go on. We will go on, people. Man, oh man, people, I tell you, if this week coming up, if you are a fan of box opens, this is going to be your week, people. We're going to have plenty of box opens. We've got a couple lined up and ready to go here. Let's see. I've got the Grand Prix, one that we did a little while back there on the live stream. That will be coming up. I'm not sure which days they're going to be coming up. Sunday, Monday, something like that. Malin, the Malin book that just came out, that'll be coming out. We also did that on a live stream. Probably, let's see, either Joe Frankenstein or New Kind of War. One or the other will be out one day, and the other one will be out the next day. And then, gosh, what are we up to then? Thursday, Friday, something like that. Costin's artwork, and then a little bit of not behind the scenes, a little bit of a blooper reel for Bear. Trying to introduce all that sort of stuff. So a week completely filled with box opens. People, Bear normally does, if he's getting a box in, he'll do the video, but it might just, it would take up the week. Bear's putting the finishing touches and all that sort of stuff. So you are getting a month's worth of box opens in 1 week, people. Pow, pow, pow. Left and right for you good people. So there you go. There you go. Bear is crazy. El Loco, as they say. Marco for Anthony. Holy cow. Haven't seen him in quite a bit. How are you, my friend? How are you? Hope everything is well out in your neck of the woods out there. Yes, indeed. All right. Speaking very briefly of Graham Nolan, the book looks very interesting. I got Joe Frankenstein 2. So pretty good. We'll check that out. Need to get back into the reviews, people. I don't know, people. Videos or live streams? That is the eternal question for Bear here. To do either videos or live streams. I don't know, man. Still need to do the Wraith of God one. Anyhow. He is well. Great to see Marco for Anthony here. Congratulations. I guess. I don't know if congratulations for being well, but there you go. I hope he wasn't kicked. We were kind of joking around. Gosh, it's been a little bit. I think Jiminy Cricket goofing around had kicked Marco for Anthony, and that's the last time we saw him. Like, thanks a lot, Jiminy. Got rid of one of Bear's most loyal watchers out there. Watchers, listeners, one of the two. Anyways, great to have Marco for Anthony here. Hope he is doing well. And he is. Let's see. He is... oh, gosh, I'm on the wrong thing here. Ethan Van Sciver's CyberFrog 3 Random Extermination. Doing really well. 552,631. So good job, sir. Keeping it up there. But we're actually here for... Old Angry Irene. I got to do this every time. Every single time we talk about... I don't know if Marco for Anthony's been here since then, but we'll sing along just in case. That would be the ghosts. The ghosts of Matekumbe. The ghost of Matekumbe, people. He is done. Finished. He says, hello, ghoul gang. Today I finished the last page of the Ghosts of Matekumbe. Next week, I will finish the 2-page epilogue, and then all files will be sent to Carlos to be lettered. Not Eric Weathers? Gosh darn it, sir. We're back on track and moving forward, he says. Head sketches as well. So if you got your head sketches, he'll be starting on the sketches shortly. email him right there at the Graham at Compass Comics with your request if you've got one. Thank you all for your patience and support. That's the best from Graham out here. So, no, thank you, sir. Thank you. One of the few out there that basically puts out weekly updates. Helps Bear out a lot with the show, but also just keeping people informed. So, thank you, Graham. Thank you, Graham. Got to meet him down there in the old Tampa Bay Comic-Con. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. Good guy. Good guy there. Mark has been out of pocket for 6 months. I'm telling you. He isn't powerful enough to stop me. Might have to moderate Mark here just in case. Well, I hope just for fun and games out there, Mark, and not anything serious or health related. I hope it's just been hard to get online or something like that. So great to have you here, though. Great to have you here. Let's see. That's good. They keep everyone informed. That is good because this this was the only campaign update for tonight. So there we go. Not even old angry Aaron here could scrounge up an update. Good to see him the other night. Doing really well on the D&Q show. So they did. Kit Carter. Took me a second. Kit Carter. His Matthew Weldon looked like he did like a cover in 20 minutes. So I really hope Aaron gets in touch with Weldon out there and gets a stretch goal. Bear, that was Bear's recommendation. Do a stretch goal out there. So yeah. Luckily, Graham is out here doing campaign updates here, because otherwise Bear would be up a creek without any paddles whatsoever. Where the heck? There we are. Let's do the thing with the thing. One of these days, Bear. Which, by the way, speaking of which, Bear got to go. Typical Florida thing. Bear, nice enough day today. Little windy, but nice enough day. Went to go swim with the manatees out there. Little dip in the old river there. I saw the manatees over there eating the grass. Said hello. Literally nobody on the river. Nobody was out there. It's kind of usually a bunch of yahoos are out on the weekends, especially Saturdays. But or they're doing construction and other stuff. But nothing. It was completely quiet. Just Bear and the manatees swimming away in the river there. Although if a bear swims in the river with the manatees and nobody's around to see him, did it really happen? I don't know. That's one of life's mysteries. Oh, let's see. Mark says, been a little guarded with spending any more money on crowdfunders. Maybe once some of those get closer to being finished. This is your week here coming up, Mark, because Beer has a number of box opens. So do look out for that. Do look out for some of the ones. Got the book in from The Critical Drinker, The New Kind of War. Got in Graham's. This has been a couple weeks back, but got in Graham's Joe Frankenstein book. A very nice book, high quality. Got in Malin's book, the one that he's doing for... Let's see. Cool Story Bro, I think is the name of the book. It was a completely separate one because he was dropping N-bombs in his version. So we need to create a entirely new label just to be able to print Malin's book there. Let's see. Narwhal's book, the Grand Prix, which is kind of a continuation of Earthbound. So if you enjoyed that was there. And gosh, I'm missing one. Which one am I missing here? It'll come to bear. Anyways, a number of good box opens to check out. So do peruse, sir. I thought Bear was in a forest. He is near enough to a town to harass Timmy McTimerson. Oh, when was there a creek? There's no creek. There's rivers, sir. Rivers. It's where bears go to get fish. Delicious fish. It was great. Except for we're getting the hydrilla in the river. Hydrilla is kind of like a... I think it's from Asia, if Bear remembers correctly. They put it in like fish bowls, little fish bowls. Or as Bear likes to call them, snack bowls. The little fish, the fish aquariums and stuff like that to make it look all natural and everything. Well, it's an invasive species here, so it just gets everywhere. It's very prickly, very kind of spiny, so the manatees won't eat it. They enjoy the grass, but yeah, the old stuff there. But no, delicious, a fun time by the river, out in the woods, right near Timmy McTimerson. Timmy knows where he lives. Timmy knows where he lives. Bear lore has updated. Bear's lore is always updating. I've been through several caves here already. It is luckily... Mark, you showed up on the correct day here. It was very lucky. You could ask P-Money there. It was very lucky that Bear was even able to do a show today. The past couple shows... Oy, 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 oy. I mean, tell you, trying to move from the cave. It's hunting season. It's been a mess. It has been a mess. But Bear is here. Bear is here for all of you good people. P-Money says, hello, all you crazy people who changed their clocks. Here in Prairies, Canada, we refuse to change our clocks. Well, it will be changing. It will be. Gosh darn it. That's Mr. P Currency to you, Mark. Oh, indeed. P-Money, make sure if Jiminy Cricket comes in, he doesn't ban Marco for Anthony again, and we have to wait another 6 months before he shows back up. Gosh darn you, Jiminy. Gosh darn you. I'm going to have to ban. Bear will ban. Have to do a quick ban on Ethan's stream one of these days. I'll see him in there. You're banned. How dare you, Jiminy. People will be like, why did you ban Jiminy Cricket? It's a feud between Bear and Jiminy. Feud between him. All right, let us, without further ado, get right on into it, people. Actually, Bear was asked this, the other, oops, gosh darn it, where am I at? Thing was a thing. The one thing you haven't missed is Bear's inability to do a professional show. One of these days, I promise. Not today. Not today, though. Not today. Anyways, was asked about the old actor strike out there. So I got kind of an interesting article here from good folks at Deadline and Anthony D'Alessandro. There we go. Yeah, the Freddie's movie. Do go check it out. They are trying. This is how this silly town works here. Old Deadline is out there trying to put a hit out on Fridays because they don't like the movie apparently, or the town doesn't like it. Everybody else does. They don't. They're trying to bring it down. So it's always interesting. One of the reasons that Bear picks on Deadline or some of the others, Variety, THR, some of the other places. Essentially, it is kind of the PR firm for a lot of the studios. So if you want to hear kind of what the studios are thinking and talking about, you go to the trades, because that's kind of where their sort of voice comes out with all that sort of stuff. So P-Money was asking about the actors strike and what's going on with that. They're still on strike. But kind of the sorts of interplay between the two is kind of interesting. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. We do this occasionally, talk about the box office here. So weekend box office hits near annual low of only $58 million. And then they're blaming it on a Dune-less movie frame as strike continues. Freddie leads with a really respectable $17 million. If you're kind of in the doldrums, a little bit there, kind of before the holiday season, it might, it goes up and down. It peaks and valleys there. So you don't want to kind of, let's get down on the valleys here. Let's get down on the Freddie's movie here. But here you go. So let's see what they have to say. Pardon me, people. Burping. I had ribs earlier, so I got the beer burps. Pork Pork ribs, not human ribs. I just want to make that clear. The ramifications of the actor strike at the weekend box office continues to be felt. So right away, first sentence here, blaming the actors for the terrible weekend, apparently. As ticket sales this weekend plummeted to $58.3 million, which is currently the third lowest of 2023. Now, let's see, was it next weekend? Was it next weekend that all America's sweetheart is out there with the, where is it here? Hold on. Where is it? Out with the old cat lady movie here, apparently. So let's see if they continue with this trend here of bashing some of the movies out there with the Marvels. Probably not, but we'll see. We shall see. Pimai says, I told my family isn't was it Friday? I just keep calling it Freddy's. Friday Night at Freddy's? Is that the name of it? Five Nights at Freddy's. 5 nights. Let's see. Just about restaurant animals killing people. And they went, do you know that the intricate lore about that? And I says, no. They were ashamed, as they should be. As they should be, P-Money. You do got to know a little bit of the lore behind that. With the Chuck E. Cheese. Essentially, it's an evil Chuck E. Cheese. There you are. I haven't played the video game, though, so I'm a little bit out of that with the video game. But I know what it's based on. Bear is hip in that respect, unlike P-Money out here. Let's see. It's about child murderers and their spirits haunting animatronics at a pizzeria. There you go. Essentially, the whole series goes towards the comeuppance of the killer and the release of the souls of the children. A gross oversimplification, but that is the gist of it. That is the gist. Let's see. He says, I think they tried to cancel the creator of Friday Night. Yeah, he donated to Trump, or donated to the Republicans or something like that. And it's like, oh my gosh, no, we can't do that. If you donate to, Bear's got to say HMS out here. Totally fine. Totally fine. I'll let you people read in between the lines there. There you go. Anyways, they tried to cancel the creator. So that might be part of this. That might be part of the reason that deadline is a little low. But really, they're actually blaming a lot of the actors here. Well, the actors strike. They said, remember, Legendary and Warner Brothers, how do you pronounce her name? Zendaya? Whatever the hell. Zendaya. Timothy Chalamet, Austin Butler, Florence Pugh. Oh boy. Sequel Dune Part 2 was originally set to play this weekend. And with its departure, there's at least $50 million, if not substantially more, missing from the box office. I love how they just pull this out of thin air. Like, oh yeah, we had just a huge... If there were $50 million that were on the table, why not release it? I mean, who cares if Zendaya and Florence out there with, mosquito bites and yada, yada, yada. You would release it. You would already put, that would be a good movie. That would make a lot of money. No, they delayed it. And it's all the actors' fault. Okay, sure. Legendary opted to move the sequel to March of 2024. This is going to be a theme of tonight's show. So that the actors could properly promote the sci-fi pick, the first Pix ticket sale siphoned from a day and date theatrical play with streaming service on Max, when they did it originally, which, God, why do they do it Max? HBO Max, whatever the hell. After this weekend, the next two lowest of the box office for 2023 were Super Bowl weekend. Gosh, what was... There was a Marvel movie out, if Bear remembers correctly. Or was it... I can't remember if it might have been a DC movie that were out that weekend. Oh, one of the two. Anyways, pretty low. Pretty low there with $52 million in September 22 to 24, which had Oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank on that one. But anyways, 51 million. Speaking of day and date, the good news with Universal Five Nights at Freddy's is that cracked past $100 million, becoming one of the few titles with such a dynamic distribution model to do so, alongside Black Widow, which Scarlett Johansson sued Disney because they did that, Dune, which they already talked about, Godzilla and King Kong, and a Jungle Cruise. We all remember Jungle Cruise, don't we? I don't know. The bad news is the movie's available. Pardon me. Gosh darn ribs. The movie's availability in the home to Peacock paid subs, plus the massive young adult leaning nature of the IP, has the video game movie dropping like a rock at $17.8 million at negative 78%. Well, the young adults out there probably went to it the first weekend and then maybe are rewatching it on Peacock and or have surfed the high seas. Either way, it's pretty well out there in the zeitgeist. Plenty of people are talking about it, so not bad. $112 million for essentially a horror film. That's pretty good, especially in a Halloween. Yeah, I guess that would go together there. But yeah, I mean, this time of year, not bad at all. Freddy's is number one, benefiting from the circumstance that there is no Dune 2. And could you imagine if they didn't have the Taylor Swift Eras concert film on schedule? Exactly what Bear was talking about a couple weeks ago. They needed Taylor Swift. She would date every football player. Well, that would be kind of weird, but she would. She needed to be out there with her Pfizer-loving boyfriend out there, just because the movie theaters. God, we needed a hit. Please, something Taylor Swift. Something. So they got their Taylor Swift and said, "Oh God, imagine if Taylor Swift wasn't there." Her faithful continue to make the movie number two, but above. With a $11.9 million take in weekend number 4. Pretty good, Taylor. Pretty good. Marco for Anthony wasn't here when Beer relayed the story of his short-lived romance with Taylor Swift. There you go. It's in one of the songs, I tell you. Should have got my 10%. While some in distribution think it's hard to qualify the impact of the actors' strike, here you go. Now it's 114th day at the box office. It's pretty clear that thespians are needed to promote. Okay, I always said the other thing. Thespians are needed to promote and deliver large halos around tentpoles so that the message is transmitted around the globe that there is a must-see event. I'm an actor. I'm telling you, you got to go see this. Gotta go see it. Gotta go see Dune 2. Like the people that read the book, they're waiting for Florence Pugh to come out and say, you gotta go see the movie. Like they're like, I have the Dune. They only got through half of it in the first movie, so we still got the other half of the book there. Saw the first film, went out and bought the DVDs and all the posters and all that other stuff. But Florence Pugh, she is the one that's gonna get my butt into that seat there. Come on, man. There you go. Congrats, Bear. You got my wife laughing hysterically for your Swift football player joke. Thank you. Well, if Bear can make one of the monies out there laugh, then Bear has done his job. Bear's done his job. Let's see. I told my family isn't a Friday night. Oh, yeah, I already read that. Let's see. Only Bear Sama wields the legendary band hammer. No, actually, Amy accidentally banned Grant. She said that she, quote, dropped her phone. But, Bear has other ideas out there, but he's keeping it quiet. There you go. No, nobody's banned on the channel, for crying out loud. Let's see. Okay, I read all that. Let's see. Well, I mean, it's not Super Mario. It's more of a niche audience, says Mark. There you go. In certain cases, particularly with horror and movies like The Nun 2 and Friday Nights, IP can get a studio buy, but brand alone doesn't sell. You need stars. Who are the stars of Friday Night at Freddy's? I don't even know. Other than the animatronic puppets, but okay. Okay, you need stars to go sell your movie. Then why is the Leonardo DiCaprio movie, I think it's number 3? Let me look. 1 second here, people. 3 or 4. Doing half of what Friday Night did 3 weeks compared to 2 weeks. One of the biggest movie stars on the planet. And let's see, what was it? Friday, they got $1 million. They got let's just say $2 million on Friday. Killer, one of the bigger releases supposedly this year, has $1 million. Yay, Leonardo DiCaprio! Friday gets let's just say twice that amount, and it's a complete and utter failure. Okay. All right. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. What the heck? Why not? Let's see. You need stars. It can be argued that part of the expected slowdown next weekend. What could be coming out next weekend? With the opening of Disney Marvel Studios, the Marvels, from the studio's inability to promote the pick properly at Comic-Cons. Because you know what sells? Fans out there at Comic-Cons is Brie Larson with her butt that you could buy at Home Depot. You go, let's see, I want a 2x4 or 4x4 and Brie Larson's butt. That's gonna be what did it. See, they're already setting it up. We already know. The Marvels has went down. Gosh, when did we talk? Bear talked about this a couple weeks ago. I says, it's probably, they were projecting. I think if it was Deadline, maybe another place out there, they were projecting $60 to $75 million the opening weekend. I said, no way. I said, probably 35 to 40. And now it's been coming down. I don't know if it's come down to 40 just yet as far as the projections, but it's coming down, people. Coming down. So there you go. They're already setting it up. Oh, the Marvels failed at the box office. It's not because of America's sweetheart, Brie Larson. It's because Brie Larson wasn't out there on the promotional circuit. Because we remember what happened the last time she was out there. Good Lord, man. Good. Even her fellow stars didn't want to have anything to do with her. Chris Evans and was it Robert Downey Jr. just rolling his eyes and all this other stuff. Funny stuff. So there you go. This is the studio talking here. This is the studio's inability. No, the studio's coming out and saying, yeah, we're gonna have a crap weekend. We're already seeing, the projections out there. So they need a fall guy out there, and it's the actors. It's the actors out there. Gosh darn it, if the strike isn't settled this weekend, it's not clear whether the pick will be able to attend the movie's fan event in Las Vegas this coming week. Oh, man. I mean, Brie Larson and the Pakistani girl and they have somebody else, I think. They had like a third person, right? God, I don't know. I don't even know who the actress is. I'm sure if she was there, that's what would put butts into seats. Take a drink. So they go on. They say, it would not be shocking if we see the Marvels charting one of the lowest openings for a Marvel movie next weekend in November with less than $70 million. See, they've come down already. The movie is not only a sequel to 2019's Captain Marvel, but also a crossover from the Disney Plus series Mrs. Marvel. Pre-sales for the Marvels are pacing behind that of Black Adam and The Flash. The Flash only did well because they put like 20 different Batmans in there. and it was just, let's go see a train wreck. Black Adam, I think it was a lot of rock crossover. Plus, they had the ill-fated Henry Cavill. Where is that? Hold on one second. Henry Cavill will be back in the next DC movie. He'll be back. Don't worry about it. And then he's like, oh, I'm sorry. Ah, shoot. Oh, here we go. Here he is. I just had a meeting with James Gunn and Peter Safran, and it's sad news, everyone. I will, after all, not be returning as Superman. Whoops-a-doodle on that one. So, anyways, so it's lower than really terrible DC movies, and they're like, oh yeah, it's all the actors' fault. By the way, 67 and 55 million. Black Adam 67, Flash 55. I bet you'll come closer to the Flash. I bet you it won't cross. Like I said, I don't think it'll cross 45, honestly. So it looks. Let's see. It looks like the studio is talking about 70 million, and Deadline's thinking about it between 55 and 70. So they're already coming down with that. Let's see. Especially a fair wide releases from small distributors have vied to take advantage of the marketplace this weekend. By the by, for 1 second, don't have the article right in front of me. So P-Money was asking about the actors strike. What's going on with that? There are certain times and certain waivers that the Actors Guild will give out to certain actors and productions to go and promote a movie. So if usually it's kind of a lot of the small productions and whatnot, they're not making millions and millions of dollars. And, usually it's a friend of a friend or something like that. Hey, we got to let them go out there and promote this little tiny movie or whatever. So they're doing that. Well, so they hand out waivers, right? So guess who they handed out a waiver to? They handed out a waiver to, what's her name? Rachel Zegler, the Snow White lady. That's being delayed, and another $100 million put onto it because they got to get rid of the actor, the not quite little people. They're getting rid of those and making them all CG. So that's another $100 million. She's out there promoting her Hunger Games movie. I think it's the Hunger Games out there. So they let her go. Oh yeah, Rachel. Oh, you go, girl. Slay Queen. But they won't let like a lot of the smaller outfits. You really got to work at it to be able to get that. So, kind of an interesting thing there. Great to see Amy. Amy. Whatever you do not accidentally ban Mark, please. We're keeping an eye out for Jiminy Cricket out there. The last time he banned somebody, Mark was gone for like 6 months. We don't want to have that happen again. Not at all. P-Money says, my wife thinks the Nicolas Cage cameo in the Flash movie was the reason it made any money. And he's ticked off about that. He was like, I came in to do something and it made it look like, it looked like a video game from like 2003. They just did a horror. And then they tried to come out and say, oh yeah, that was intentional. We intentionally made the CGI look bad. Oh yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, sure. So there you go. There is that. LOL, I will do my best. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Amy. He wishes he was able to ban me for that long. Well, don't tempt. I might have to remove his wrench. I'm not going to ban anybody, but wrenches might need to come down. That's the one thing. I just don't like. I don't like the some of the channels where like literally everybody is moderated. It's just like a blue chat everywhere. It's like it's not like I don't like you guys or anything like that, but P-Money, it took him a long time to get a wrench. I think we were battling Russian bots or something like that. It's P-Money, keep an eye out. That was the first and only wrench for the longest time. Mark says the only thing she was decent in was Scott Pilgrim. I'm assuming Brie Larson. America's Sweetheart, Brie Larson. Berg got copyright struck a couple shows back because he kept saying Brie Larson. So let's test it. Brie Larson, HMS, Brie Larson, Brie Larson. The Woo Flu. Brie Larson. Brie. Oh, I heard that old Fauci got the Woo Flu. That was pretty funny. Like, ha ha, sucker. Sucker. All right, anyways, let's see. I think I've skipped some stuff. Let's see. Congrats. Oh, yeah, I did that. I just realized my stupid autocorrect made my hysterical to historically. That's all right. That's why Bear is a professional. Well, sometimes professional. Part-time professional. Part-time professional, sir. I agree. Making my wife laugh is a historical occurrence. It is. It is. Let's see. Movie star, does having her concert put into theaters make Taylor Swift a movie star? No, she's still well. She was in some movies, so I guess she's a semi movie star out there. But no, it's a concert film. Concert film out there. Concert film. There we go. All right. Scrolling. Hi, hello. Melissa's here. Good to see. Good to see Melissa here. Blue. It's blue. Oh, that stuff. Okay. Anyways. Melissa and Amy, a perfect bear show, then without it being professional. Definitely getting struck now. That's all right. I had to take down the last one as well. So whatever. Let's see. A24's critically acclaimed film festival darling Priscilla from Sofia Coppola. Oh, so she is putting out movies. She was crying the last time because Apple cut her series because it had an unlikable female lead. And she's like, why? I'll never be able to get a movie again and all the female directors out there. and she's out there selling her film for not a bad $5 million in fourth place, but I don't know. Sofia Coppola, I don't know. Thoughts out there? Thoughts? I don't know. The Beguiled? Bling Ring? The Bling Ring only made $5.8 million. Holy cow, this is one of her best films in years. Ever, I would say. Let's see. Was it Marie Antoinette that was her first film? Wasn't that with Kristen Dunst a while back? Back in 2006. That has been a minute. Anyways, I just thought she was literally complaining last show. I can't catch a break because I have unlikable female leads. And there she goes. I'm guessing Elvis film? I'm guessing. I don't know. Anyways, a couple other stuff. Meg Ryan is directing a return to rom-com? Really? Only made $603,000. Barely made $500,000. Congratulations. Congratulations. And finally, let's see, outside the top 10, Roadside Attractions has the STX. Daisy Ridley, you talk about stars here. Only couldn't even make $1 million on the first weekend. Couldn't even make $500,000 on Friday. Okay, so if you're stars, I'm sure Daisy Ridley just wanted to come out and promote the hell out of this film, but had anybody heard of The Marsh King's Daughter? No, nobody's heard of that. Daisy Ridley, I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry. Her 15 minutes are up and then some. Even if they come out with a new Star Wars film. Lovely lady, just don't smile, please. Dear God, don't smile. Anyways, there is all that stuff which they're blaming on the actors. You just couldn't. They had Florence Pugh out there. If she was out there, she'd be putting butts in the seats, but because she wasn't out there, literally walked off for Oppenheimer. They were there to promote Oppenheimer. They got the text saying we're on strike, and she was like, "I'm out of here, suckers," and a bag of chips. Yeah, she walked off quickly. They're gonna go to the premiere. I think it was in London or something like that. And they did like a press thing, and then they came to do the premiere at whatever theater. And no way, girl, out of here. So they did that. Election, ballet, trump cards. What? Marie Antoinette says, "Let them have cake." That statement went very well for the royal family. I'm sure cake is delicious. I think their problem was lack of cake at the time. lack of cake. I have to wonder how much increasing theater prices have to do with this. Even skipping the snacks still costs a pretty penny. Yet Bear has only been to the Oppenheimer. That's the first film that he's been into in years and years and years. Of course, the last time Bear was there, scared everybody. They had to call animal control, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, but it was at an IMAX, so I think the IMAX prices are a little bit higher than regular ticket prices. But not... No, well, let's just take that comment and get right on into it. Right into it. I'm surprised they let Bear into a theater. Well, the getting in was the easy part. The getting out was the hard part. Oh, man, that was a long movie. 3+ hours. They could have cut off like a good 90 minutes of that film. Good 90 minutes. They could have just ended it right there with the bomb blew up. Yay, right on Oppenheimer, you the man. And he's like, oh, I feel bad about it. It's like, yeah, well, that's how it goes. All right, right on Oppenheimer, whatever his name is. And then did that. I still say the better film would be the Edward Teller film. Edward Teller, he was the man. Oppenheimer, what a commie. Gosh darn it. Anyhow. To nobody's, well, might be some people's surprise, not to Bear's surprise, building into comics, John F. Trent. Do go check out their channel. James Gunn's Creature Commandos delayed to 2025. Womp, 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 womp. The poor guy. Just can't catch a break. Just can't catch a break at all. Is anybody surprised by it? No, of course not. A new update for James Gunn's Creature Commandos reveals the animated project has been delayed to 2025. Womp, 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 womp. Animation studio Bobby Pills, well, I think there's part of your problem right there, has been working on Creature Commandos. Provided some details about the series and revealed it would arrive till 2025. I just remember watching Titanic and yelling, is the ship going to sink yet? Is the ship going to sink yet? It sounds like Titanic slept all the way through that until the ship started sinking. That was the best part. That was the best part of that show. Yeah. Movies are just getting way too long these days. By the way, speaking of the killers of the, what was it called? Hold on. Killers of the something moon? Flower Moon. Just make a better title for one. That's just a weird title. So that movie's like 3.5 hours long, something like that. Of course, they're going to stream it on Apple later, but so it's like 3.5 hours long, and there was a couple of independent movie chains, movie theaters out there, and they decided okay, we need to put in an intermission. So they put in an intermission, halfway through, hour and a half, 2 hours into the movie or whatever it was. So they put in an intermission, and the studio came out and literally sued the theater, saying this is a breach of contract. You need to make people sit in the theater the entire time. Obviously they can't make them sit in there, but you can't have any intermission in between there. It's got to be shown all the way through, and it's like, really, if you're gonna come out with a movie that's 3.5 hours long. The attention span of most people these days is like 5 seconds. Just put it in an intermission. Go out to the lobby. Gotta go out to the lobby and get yourself a snack. And do that. And then there, okay. Or at least go to the freaking bathroom. They have the websites out there that tells you like when's the best time to go to the bathroom in the movie, so you don't miss any important details. They just need an intermission for that. So, anyways, that's Beer's side rant here. Beer's side rant. Jack didn't have to perish. It's true. They could have both fit on that thing. Is there any big budget movies delays that are still coming out in 2024 that aren't delayed? Not that I know of right yet, but they are plenty delayed. Plenty delayed. Anyways, Bobby Pill's research and development supervisor. Come on, man. Give Bear a name that he can pronounce. That guy, or gal, detailed, we are working on Creature Commandos with Warner Brothers, directed by James Gunn, the big guy, 10%. Balak and Erica are supervisors. I have no idea who they were. It's 7 22-minute episodes, but we have to wait until 2025 to see that on screen. So they've been working on it for at least a year. Let's give them 8 months or so. And it's got to go another year and a half, possibly 2. And it's only 7 22-minute episodes? Okay. Yeah, we believe that. I believe that totally. He added, it's a very high quality. You can see that on screen. Can you? Can you really? I mean, it looks like just about every other Flash-based animation that Bear's seen. I guess. Okay, we'll go with that. Where am I? Let's see. You can see that on screen. That is the design, this character's design. It's ambitious, one would say. One? Like singular? Yeah, you could say that. Go right ahead. It was previously detailed and exclusive from the Wrap that the animated series would be premiering sometime in 2024. When they shared an exclusive that Frank Grillo would provide the voice of Rick Flag Sr. So anyways, they put that up on Twitter when he was still on Twitter. Grillo also shared a screenshot of the article to his Instagram. There we go. No delay for Creature Commandos. All ready to go. I'm so pumped to see this. James Gunn is the man. James Gunn previously announced the project as one of the first in his DC Universe slate. Back at the end of January, he stated the first episode of Creature Commandos. Creature Commandos is an animated series. I've written all the episodes, so those are all written. Something that we're going to do is a little bit different at DC. We're going to have characters move into animation, out of animation, usually having the same actor play their voice as who plays them in live action. That's very ambitious. Very ambitious. We'll see how that works out, because a lot of time obviously right here, the production schedule for animation and production schedules for movies are, different, obviously. So trying to get those lined up together, yeah, good luck. In the same update, he revealed Superman Legacy, a film that he described as the true beginning of the DCU, would arrive in theaters on July 11th of 2025, which Bear keeps saying is going to get pushed back. Pushed way back, sir. Actually, I've got that right here. Where is it? Come on, Bear. Thing with a thing. One of these days. Professional show. Yada, yada, yada. There we go. There it is. Superman Legacy comes out on July 11, 2025. That's the first film. Creature Commandos will be out before that on TV. So July 10th of 2025 at the earliest, if this isn't also being delayed, which it probably is, which gets back into Bear's theory. Actually, it's bounding into comics theory that DC probably is going to be sold off to somebody like Apple, Amazon, Universal, something along those lines. They're going to sell that off. So James Gunn's coming in. He's kind of cleaning up all the stench that's out there. He's going to come up with a new slate. They're not going to be able to make the movie because it's hundreds of millions of dollars that Warner Brothers just doesn't have. So they've got the date for it, and they're hoping somebody probably is going to come out and buy it. So we'll see. We'll see. But there you go. No, one of the reasons that people probably aren't going to the movie theater is because the old rug pull. They keep being told stuff that stuff's going to happen. How many Star Wars films are supposed to be coming out from old Caffeine Kennedy out there? There's got to be like a dozen or two that were announced and then just poof, gone. Completely gone. Completely gone out there. Let's see. In September, Gunn also declared the show would not be impacted by the then ongoing WGA and SAG strikes. He responded to a user on Instagram asking more news about Creature Commandos and informed them it's animated, so it's separate from the strike. I'm not sure how that works, but okay. We're working on it. I love it. I think it's going to be so different than what people expect. I'm sure. It's still possible that Creature Commandos will arrive before Superman Legacy, but clearly the show's been delayed from 2024 to 2025. So they're going to have that really big gap in between there. Let's see. The Joker movie is coming out, and the Aquaman movie later this year. Aquaman, Joker, I think sometime next year. Gosh, was there another one as well? I forget. I thought there might have been another one there, but there is going to be a long pause, literally. Between 2020, we'll just call it 2024 and 2025. This is going to be a gulf out there. That's why Bear keeps saying it looks like it's going to be sold. Looks like it's going to be sold out there, and James Gunn may or may not be in command of all that. So we'll see. We shall see. I'm just reading through this. Blah, 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 blah. One would assume this will all just apply to television shows and animation will be part of the DCU, unless they're not. James Gunn looking very, very happy and excited, probably watching a school bus stop out there. Watching a school bus stop. Loves the kids. James Gunn loves those kids out there. What do you make of the delay for Creature Commandos? It is right in the wheelhouse. Because from comicbook.com, the Batman spinoff, The Penguin, delayed sometime fall of 2024. We think. Maybe. Possibly. The Penguin has officially been delayed according to the deadline. The original spring 2024 launch is being delayed by the WGA and Raptor strikes. Sure, we'll go with that. Deciders Megan O'Keefe clarified on social media. Pardon me. The series is expected a spring release to fall of 2024 with no specific window offered. And it's almost like people are a little bit tired of A, bad movies, number one, and B, even if you want to go to the theater to see something just because you want to get your mind off of stuff, you keep changing the dates and moving them around and all this other stuff. People just like, I'll throw it up my hands. I'll go on the streaming service. I'll click on the button. Whatever's recommended, I'm going to watch that because it's right there and it's a whole lot easier than going out to the theater, getting your popcorn, stepping on somebody's shoes, getting in a fight, somebody gets shot, police are called, yada, yada, yada. Typical time that Beer goes to the theaters. Typical. Let's see. Chain everyone to their seats and shovel popcorns down their gullet is Marco for Anthony's suggestion for theater owners out there. No movies coming 2024. I can get back to my reading. Yep, Bear needs to get back to his. The books keep piling up. Oh my God. I still got to take the stuff to the library too. Gosh dang it. Why go to the theaters when I can stay home and watch a Talking Bear every Wednesday and Saturday, 8 p.m. Make sure you set your alarms. Set your alarms out there. All right, I had another one here. I don't want to get into... this could literally be an entire show here. A Bear talking about the writers out there and how that works. A gentleman here kind of came up with his explanation. I don't fully buy it, but it's going to take a little bit of time to kind of chew through there. So Bounding Into Comics, however you pronounce that name, I'm not sure, but there you go. You can go check it out. It's in the description and try to get to it the next show. I keep putting it off, and don't be meaning to. Don't mean to at all. All right, so because Bear knows his audience, let's go ahead. Get to today's feel-good story of the day? I don't know. We'll go with it. It's food. Bear knows his audience. It would either be crypto or food, people. He knows his audience out here. From the New York Post, book Chato, $16 McDonald's meal leaves fans fuming. Beloved fast food chain no longer affordable. That would be the old Golden Arches. The old Golden Arches out there. If Bear can find his mouse pointer, wherever it is. There we go. The old Golden Arches, people. Good old Mickey D's. Oops. There we go. Professional show one of these days. Let's see. It was not so happy of a meal. An enraged McDonald's customer says the fast food franchise is no longer affordable to ordinary Americans, calling the company's contemporary prices crazy. So I get there's a labor shortage, he says. I get that there's wage increases and a number of other things. Idaho man. I just like Idaho man. It's better than Florida man, I guess. Christopher Olive began in a viral TikTok clip. Is there any other? Which has recently resurfaced. But $16. $16 for a burger and large fry and a drink. It's just crazy. The flabbergasted content creator complained. I like that. That's a good sentence. Hat tip. Hat tip there to Brooke. Good job, Brooke. Let's see. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Of Post City Falls McDonald's. The video was originally posted on social media last December, but has now gone viral again after McDonald's recently reported an increase in revenue directly influenced by its strategic hike in menu prices. So he got just like the basic whatever meal there. $16. Like, what? Why? Come on, man. Come on, man. In the comment section of Olive's video, in the comment section of Olive's, should be video. Gosh darn it, Becky. What was her name? Brooke. Gosh darn it, Brooke. You had a good sentence and then you screwed it up there. Bear tries to be a professional. Not always. Not always. Let's see. Viewers voiced their frustration with the price of fast food. It's officially not convenient or affordable anymore, one moaned rather. Companies know they can get these prices now, so they'll never go back a second. Commiserated, saying that the glory days of cheap fast food were over. Over, people. They are over. However, others left comments in defense of McDonald's. What? Well, let's check it out. Let's see the tail of the tape here. Tail of the tape. Let's see if we can make that a little bit bigger for you good people. Let's see what he got here. He got, let's see, one double, is it double shaky? Double what? Pardon me. Bear's eyes here. Oh, double smoky BLT. Double smoky. A double smoky BLT, a quarter pound large for $15.19, and one large Sprite with the subtotal of, holy cow, look at the tax. Man, oh man. Do not move to, what was it? Idaho? Oregon? Something like that. Ay, 91 cents. For a total of $16, people. Let's see. Others left comments telling Olive he had ordered a premium burger. Is there such a thing at McDonald's? Really? Premium, and could have secured a different meal for a lower price. One defender declared, bro, ordered the most expensive meal they have and act surprised. You sound like one of those boomers that complain about $5 popcorn. Watch out, Marco for Anthony. However, Olive isn't the only one to go viral about the cost of McDonald's meals. In March, a Connecticut content creator, is there any other kind, outraged his voiced his outrage, either or, for the $16.89 Big Mac combo meal at the fast food joint in a viral clip. Is there any other? Y'all remember them stimulus checks they gave out? Them stimmies. Thought you was getting away with that stimulus money, huh? He quipped. They want it back. McDonald's? Okay, we'll go with it. And furious TikTokers, are there any other kind, aren't the only ones oppressed about pricing. A viral Reddit thread asking what is no longer worth it because of how expensive it's become shed light on a customer's displeasure with fast food cost. Redditors decried that the chain's eateries have gotten ridiculously expensive as of late, with some users claiming that McDonald's meal would run customers as much as a sit-down establishment. Ooh la la. With forks and knives? Well, you still gotta tip. Still gotta tip your waitress. Gone are the days hungry patrons could snag a hearty breakfast of 2 Egg McMuffins for $3. Recalled one person, or when the dollar menu was packed with items available for just $1. Now it's $16, people. $16 for a burger. You could probably go out and get, let's see, a pound of hamburger, some lettuce, all your fixing there, probably for less than $16, and still would be a night and day above a McDonald's burger. Night and day. Just make your own. I think people are just gonna. I think kind of one of the unsaid responses out there for Marco for Anthony's question: why aren't people going to the movie theaters anymore? Kind of like people not going to McDonald's anymore. Once you realize, hey, I can make my own food a lot cheaper and a lot better. You can make your own entertainment a lot cheaper and a lot better too. Look at Bear here. Well, not Bear. Don't take Bear. He's being shadow banned by YouTube. But any other your famous YouTubers out there. There you go. There you are. So I think that is part of that. Bear was. Let me get rid of this. Bear was out trying to put up the. Gosh darn it! Where am I? There we are. Trying to put out the box open videos. One of the things that Bear is trying to do here is do HDR footage. Make it look really good and everything. So we got the brand new Apple iPhone. Shooting on that. Very technical, don't want to get into it. But essentially, if you tweak it just right and do a lot of the settings and you plug in an external hard drive to it, you can shoot in the Apple log. And literally take that to a professional coloring house and have it color graded just like any movie out there in the theaters. On your phone. I mean, you got to have other equipment to get along with it. Apple did their announcement that they had just the other night there. They shot the entire thing on the iPhone. I mean, of course, they had gimbals and all the other stuff with it, but it was all shot on the phone there, so... you don't need James Gunn to come out and tell you how to make a good Superman movie. Just wait a couple years till it's in the public domain. You can make your own Superman movie on your iPhone and probably have it look pretty darn good. Especially compared to like Flash CGI effects out there. You can probably do pretty good. Let's see. Thanks, Bear, for this news story that Smoky Bit sounds good now. When I spend $16 on a burger, I'm blaming you. Why are you blaming me? Bear had nothing to do with this. Gosh darn it. Blame anybody but Bear, really. Brandon, blame it on the rain. I don't care. It's not Bear's fault, though. Not Bear's fault. $16 burgers, is that a diamond-encrusted Mac? No, look, we'll go back to it. We shall go back to it. There you go. There you are. I think it was a meal, right? Let's see, I think DB is double. So double smoky BLT, quarter pounder large. I don't know if that's part of a meal, so I don't know if he got... It looks like it's part of a meal, because they didn't charge extra... They didn't charge extra for the Sprite. So I'm guessing a meal. I'm guessing it's part of a meal there. So yeah, the food, fries, and a shake there. $16. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, oi, oi. There you go. Let's see. With gold flake fries on the side, says Mark. There you go. Let's see. I mean, I eat fries with a fork anyway. What? How dare you, sir? What kind of... Do you stick your little pinky out while you're eating your fries with your fork? What? Come on, man. Just sit in the restaurant and get 5,000 soda refills. You might just break even. Bear has a little hack, little trick. You know, they got the Panera bread out there, and you can order it online. So you go and you do your order online, and you get your sandwich or soup or whatever made. And you just you walk into the store, they've got it like right out there in a little brown paper bag, with your name on it. And you're like, all right, I'll walk right in, grab it, and go. You've already paid for it. Like, you could just go to Panera Bread and just like pick one of those bags up off the shelf there. I mean, nobody's gonna know. And I mean, I don't think anybody's carding you or anything. So just walk up in there and grab. I mean, you might not get what you want, but hey, it's a free meal. Get there during lunch rush and just like do yoink, do. There you go. That's the secret. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. You don't stick your pinky out. No, I don't. Only when Bear is drinking tea. Showed that on the last show. Let's see. I miss Asian McDonald's. At least they try to make it look like how it is on the menu. Yeah, we did a show a while back talking about the different McDonald's around the world. And actually the most expensive McDonald's around the world. It's kind of interesting. They each had their own little kind of cultural flair. Mid-East was different than Europe, which was different from like South America, which was different obviously from Asian. Interesting. I'll have to dig that up sometime. Have to dig it up. So anyways, there you go. There is the $15 meal, $16 meal from Mickey D's. So just go make it yourself, people. Make it yourself. It'd be a lot simpler, a lot easier, a little bit lighter on the pocketbook there. A little bit lighter on the pocketbook for you good people. All right. Anyways, that was the good news story. Good news? Listen. Food news story of the day. The good food news story of the day. Don't know how. I guess it's good news for McDonald's. Good news for McDonald's. That's about it. That's the only good news that they had. All right. Oh, the freaking the little heart thing works. Oh, okay. I forgot I actually put that in there, but there you go. Thank you, people. Thank you for hitting the dastardly heart thing. Like half the time, Bear can't see around it. Gosh darn heart. But it works. I don't know. I guess it does something on the algorithm or something. I don't know. Keep hitting that heart in the 100%. There you are. Comics Bear, brought to you by our sponsor, the $16 McDonald's hamburger. Bump. Bear should get sponsored by like a... well, no, if Bear was sponsored by a fast food outlet, it would be like Long John Silver's. It'd have to be like a seafood-based one, right? It'd have to be seafood. Some sort of fish-based. Gotta be. No, if anybody wants to sponsor Bear, he will shill whatever product. The Marvels, hey, you back that truck up the Bear with the old salmon in there. Yeah, that's one of the best movies. Bear should just go out on a lark and just watch the stupid Marvel movie and just like come out with a glowing review, like the best review that you'd ever people. Kevin Feige would be in his office there. It's like, okay, God, how much money did this thing lose, sir? There's a bear on YouTube that gave it a positive review. There's a bear on YouTube, yes, sir, and he gave it a positive review. Well, hell, we'll have to go with it. Give that bear whatever he wants, and it would be salmon. So there you go. I should do that just on a lark, because nobody's gonna be in the theater, right? He would have the theater to himself. They wouldn't even have to call animal control. Be like, oh yeah, nobody's in that theater. They're playing the Marvels. Yeah. It'll probably bore that bear to death, and then, you can just come in and don't even have to use the tranquilizer darts. Just push him in the cage and take him away. There you go. The comics shill bear. Comic shill. There you are. Let's see. The shill bear. I like it. I like it already. Completely selling out for the highest dollar. Completely selling out. Let's see. Mark says, I didn't do while I was in Saudi. Oh, Saudi Arabia. Congratulations, sir. But I'm pretty sure it would have looked like what you had pictured. I wouldn't. I mean, I'm wondering if, like I know Saudi Arabia has, like, the sort of American or, I guess, better Western areas, like Western compounds, I guess. So I wonder if their McDonald's is different from, like they serve bacon. They serve bacon in the Western versions, but not in the Saudi restaurants, something like that. I don't know. There you go. There you are. Oh, they do. Okay, there you go. Marvel's Blu-ray release will have on the cover quote by the comics bear. It would be like, the big this movie's great, and then like the really, really, really fine print, from like, some online outlet that nobody's ever seen. You see that in the movies, like, this movie is great. And then you look at, like, who said it, and it's like, Joe's 3-cent movie reviews or something. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, this good old Joe said it. It's got to be good. So let's see. A quote by Comics Bear: America's sweetheart, best actress performer, Oscar-winning actress, performance of the year by Brie Larson. Oh, no to the bacon. Definitely no pork. They have the most conventional Western fast food, though, especially in Riyadh. There you go. Bear was going to try and send some bacon to old Gaza, but it just wasn't going to work out. There you go, YouTube. There's your bannable thing for Bear. Crying out loud. Up and down. The previous show, I apologize about it. It'll be up on the archive hopefully soon enough. I got to get rid of all the box opens first. Then it is on to that. All right. Well, you know what, people? Bear does have a hockey game that is being played right now, and he has dedicated most of his professionalism to doing this show. But you know what, people? You know what? All this talk, well, not really about McDonald's. Gosh darn it. Doesn't really make bears hungry. Well, I'm thinking about ribs again. All this thinking about ribs is making Bear hungry. So he's going to head back. Thanks for being here, Marco for Anthony. Good to see you. He's going to head back into the woods. So until next time, people, grrr. A grr.